Think fast. And he says, don't you know by now that Ethan's a slow thinker? It's starting to piss me off. Yeah, especially since thinking is what you do best. So let me get this straight. You seriously brought me up to your room so you can practice catching a fudgy pop? If you're my friend, you'll just shut up and do it. If this is the kind of stuff I have to do to be your friend, you should have warned me when we met. They tossed the candy back and forth about 24 more times. Ethan caught it twice. Then Glenn caught it, held it, and did not appear inclined to throw it back. He cleared his throat. Listen, dude, you honestly think Jennifer's going to change her whole opinion of you because you can catch? No, of course not. I'm just tired of being embarrassed. Wait a minute. What do you mean, change her whole opinion of me? Why would you even say a thing like that? Her opinion of me is not bad, you know? Didn't mean it was. Well, what did you mean then? Ethan consciously tried to calm himself. He could feel a heat building up behind his ears. He tried to will it away. All he wanted was to sound casual. And, as usual, it wasn't working. I just think she doesn't see you the way you want her to. She likes me. Yeah, I'm sure she does, but I think she likes you like a kid. You're her boss's kid. I'm not trying to be mean, I'm not a kid. I know that, buddy. I didn't think you were. We're the same damn age. I just think, since you don't look it, I just think maybe sometimes people think of you more as the age you look, instead of the age you really are. She knows I'm 17. She sees me as 17. She gives you candy. She gives everybody candy. It came out as something like a full-throated shout. Glenn winced. Ethan was startled by a light rap on his bedroom door. Everything okay in there, honey? His mother's voice. Yeah, Mom, we're fine. He held very still until her footsteps faded down the apartment's hall. Look, I'm sorry, man, Glenn said. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or anything. I know. Here, catch. Glenn flipped the lollipop in Ethan's direction. A good arcing throw. Ethan missed it again. When Ethan arrived at his father's office, Jennifer was in her usual spot, seated at her desk in the reception area. Ethan's dad was nowhere around. Nearly one whole wall was a window into Noah's office, and it wasn't hard to see that his father's desk was empty. Ethan couldn't help being pleased and relieved, but tried to do so in a way that wouldn't be plainly visible. Ethan! Jennifer said, and her voice sounded delighted. Elated, almost. Here, think fast. She pulled her desk drawer open, and then the fudgy pop was flying through the air, arcing, flipping end over end in Ethan's direction. In that strangely compressed moment, Ethan thought if he missed it or dropped it, after all that practice, it would just be too depressing for him to live through. He reached out, and the candy landed in his palm. He closed his fingers around it fast and smiled. Hey, you got one, she said. The phone rang. Underwood Financial, she said in her professional voice, which was strangely different. This is Jennifer. A pause, during which Ethan stared at her. Her perfectly straight hair was so long she had to move it aside to sit down. And her hair and eyes were exactly the same color. The exact color of the buckwheat honey his mother put on the kitchen table every morning at breakfast. Ethan found it hard not to stare at the honey on the breakfast table, too. His mind far away and more drifting than thinking. Once, Ethan's dad had apparently watched him for a time without Ethan's knowledge and then asked, Something going on in that jar that only you can see? No, I'm sorry, Jennifer said, knocking him back into the moment. He's having lunch with a client. Can I take a message? He watched her scribble on her pad, occasionally punctuating the silence with, uh-huh. Okay, thank you, she said. I'll tell him.